Okay, I like the first step. You might try to just have him start closer to the globe and do less steps. Um, let's take a look at the Maya file. Um, so one thing, and also you might, maybe start with a wider shot and cut into a closer one. It stays pretty far away. Actually, let's look at that camera thing real quick first. Shot camera, that one. So let's select the camera S. And maybe kind of on this turn or something like that. Maybe you come into something like, oh, is that locked? You know, something like this. Maybe. I don't know. Um, oh, did I get my last? Oh, I didn't. Just gonna hit the other bracket here. I think that was your first thing. Now I'll set keyframe. Okay. And what do we say? Like here. Just go forward bracket to get that back. When I say something like that, set a keyframe there. Make those stepped. So it's just a cut. So now you could have something like this. Cuts into a close-up to see what he's doing there. Something like that I think would be better than just, I don't think you want to stay wide the whole time. Let's get a closer look at that walk that you're working on. So the one big thing to remember here is that only one foot can move at a time. So while if this one's going to move, this one's going to stay planted. So if I click here and then I middle mouse click here to change the time without changing the position, S. And so now, see, that one stays planted while this one moves. And again, middle mouse click here, and that's a pretty long time for that one step, but yeah, you really need to keep that planted. It's looking a bit extreme now. Obviously that's sort of too extreme, so you might need to break it down into smaller steps, but just to get that idea, like if he's turning, what he probably does is, turns this much, sets this foot down, and then moves this foot. You wouldn't want to go beyond there. That's already maybe too far that he's turned without moving this foot. But he can't move both feet at the same time. So, just as another example, if this is planted here, right, it's got to stay on the ground while the other one's moving. So middle mouse click here, set keyframe. Oh, why did that move? Let me just make sure there's a keyframe here. Here, okay. Ooh, we might be overextending a little bit. Anyway, so this one looks like it's planted now, and the other one can move, let's say. So this one, make sure that's keyframe, and middle mouse click, whoops, middle mouse click here. Right. So if it's planted here, yeah, see it's staying there, and the other foot's moving. Obviously that needs to be not going through the floor. Maybe it's a little further forward and all that. But again, yeah, this one's going to have to stay until that other one's. So I'm middle mouse clicking here, it's set a keyframe, and then that'll give this one a chance to go down. I would think this would be down by now. And let's flatten that. It's probably minus 180. Okay. So you see that this foot's planted and that one moves. and then this will be planted and the other one moves. But you have both moving at the same time, so he's going to like ice skate around, and you have to just move one foot at a time. You have to keep one planted while the other one's moving. But maybe you want to do less steps. I think it's just a lot of steps to have to do. So if he started his action maybe closer to the globe, but still did that turn and just looked at the globe, I think that would be fine. And you might want to have your hands in IK. I mean, if it ends when they first touch the globe, that's fine. But the problem with having the hands in FK is like if I just make a little adjustment to his body, now the hands go through the globe, and then I have to adjust the arms and put him back. Whereas if I put him in IK for that part, let's just look at this one for example. I'm gonna delete the keyframes off of this and put this in IK, and then we'll just snap it. Oops. Snap it to here or something like that. And let's position the elbow so the arm doesn't look totally broken. Okay. Maybe like there. So if you have it in IK and you make adjustments to the body, well, except for the case where it overextends, it stays put, right? You can move the body around. So I think at least for the globe interaction stuff, it should be IK. And you can animate whether it's an FK or IK. So FK is 0, IK is 10, and you can keyframe this back and forth. I deleted all the keyframes off it now, which means you'll have lost, see, all the positions. So what you can do is like, have it, let's say it gets to IK. Oh, let's delete the other keyframes off of this as well, except for that last one. Okay. All right. So maybe, here it's IK, and then maybe let's set a keyframe on that, and then kind of transition from, at this point, let's say it's FK, or something like that. So you can be FK up to there, and we need to probably get rid of any keyframes on this as well, because that's in the wrong position. So what's happening here is it's transitioning from FK to IK as he reaches there. So the point is that you can keep all your FK work you've done on this if you want, and then only when he goes to touch the globe it transitions to IK, and then from that point forward it remains IK. So yeah, maybe one camera cut. I think don't stay just in the wide. Maybe less steps, but make sure for sure that one foot is planted while the other is moving when you're doing steps, and then probably switch the hand to IK if he's going to touch the globe. And you mentioned some other problem. Cannot get the facial fixtures to stick. I key them, but they go back to neutral. Let's take a look. What's this one? Alright. Well, this one's not keyed. Let's just do a quick test with this one. So I'll set a keyframe here. Set a keyframe there. That's working. About like the eyes. Those do have a bunch of keyframes on them. Let me just test that here to here. I can see the eyes moving there, I think. The eyebrows. See, most of these aren't keyframed. I mean, I can see all these facial things moving, so maybe you maybe you didn't have the facial stuff selected when you keyframe. Like for example, your facial stuff isn't going to be picked when you do key all, select all. So I'm thinking maybe you thought you keyframed it and you didn't because this only, we did the facial stuff separately from advanced skeleton, so it could be that. Um, and you can make your own select all and key all button. I sent you guys something on that, so maybe that's the problem.